Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. You can call me Coco. And today we're going to be talking about what and what not to do on your first date. With a guy, that is. So this is basically like for girls or anything men decide to take away from this video. Shut. So I'm going to be having burnt popcorn. I've already said I've already eaten some. It's from Stirknor. Yes, on my channel, what Pick and Pay guys, yeah, about Stirknor. Anyway, that's not where we're at. And some wine. Say play but that's not where we're at. Okay guys, and this ballet on my diary. So is about point to point yiti sukuti yiti yay perfumla so perfumla. Listen, it's that kind of video, hey? Anyway. And I feel like if you do feel like this video is telling you what to do, it is telling you what to do. Yeah, because okay, nizanenza ntithe ipoint efanba ikwezinye point mas becalen. So eqala eat. You should let him pick you up, or he should send a car. I know what you're thinking. What if akana imoto? Hey, let's first deal with this one. Guys, is it even a date if a man does not pick you up? Come on. Because as much as guys, you date, pick you up as okulanda ngemoto. Is it a date? If I got a moto, there's Uber. I'm not. Levito is not to condemn abantu abangenazi moto. If I got a moto, sikoni Uber, magakbizeli Uber. But you know, like, a relationship iyadura. And if you out here ubiza abantu kwi dates, because you're not prepared, ubarishele, okanye wena ko prepared ubarishele, which means there's a lot of things. There are a lot of things you're willing to tolerate in this relationship. Ingekaqali. Because first of all, akakwazi nobuza yangantoni pha. Do you understand? Akakwazi noba let's say kunet kuthiweni ke makunethile ke uzawuthini. I know Omni is probably thinking kutheni wena you're willing to tolerate in this relationship ingekaqali. Because first of all, akakwazi nobuza yangantoni pha. Do you understand? Akakwazi noba let's say kunet kuthiweni ke makunethile ke uzawuthini. I know Omni is probably thinking no, guys, it doesn't work like that. So a person in the comfort of your home, please. Yeah. Number two, guys, Sunelan, come close. Sandel, never ever ungaze on a date order something you cannot afford. Ungaze afford. No, guys, it doesn't work like that. Because if you can't afford anything, sukuya, and if you do have to go, at least wait for them to order first. Then you can see no man, Alex Umandla, capable of iplata okanye APNC okanye. Don't be out here ordering. But also, don't be out here ordering salons, bones, seafood platter. You know, kakati. SQ. Those are the expensive dishes. Upis when you order. And then your banda said don't do it because the person's the other men, their willingness to pay depends on how the date goes. I know this. Do you understand? So go to something, pick a place. If you are picking the place, pick a place where so that you can know. And then you go. Don't do that mistake. Don't do that mistake. Yay! I can't stress this enough, guys. Don't do it. Hey! Hey, let's go off topic, must say off topic, guys. It wasn't a date per se, ne? But it was like a gathering whereby their friends and whatnot. Is it red flags, guys? Yeah. Is it red flags, guys? Yeah. Because if someone wants to know you and spend time with you, obviously, I'm not saying you Brian doing guys, but I like it because I got belong to join and so basically ox up. But anyway, so got there and in conclusion, I went home interested in another guy, which is his friend, which was okay. Yeah, and I said it was okay. It was okay by me. It was okay. Also my own Alstina. So okay, fine. And he had a problem with it, but eventually did not. Yeah, but and it went on for a while. And in my mind, it was okay because I didn't have anything with this guy and I didn't know his friend. My point is, doing research on a person before you go on a date, especially social media, is really, really dangerous. Because bandas, you're gonna see things. You're gonna see things which you also align and alone we are going. And then you're already going on a date when prepared, highly prepared, and anything and everything they say. If on social media, your date is not necessarily going to go as planned, not as planned by you, but as planned as how it should have been. Do you understand? So now I would prefer sukuya with social media. Don't go on social media looking as to what kind. Just go there with an open mind, ready to take in anything, guys. Because if we figure power and I was a sculpture where because if we figure power we could make a sculpture where there's no more room for more information of sculpturing of the person. So we are limited this person. And even if it could have been a beautiful thing, we can't literally let alone because you already know too much. You already know the frame. So can't. You're seeing a lot of things, unnecessary things. So guys, stop it. Yeah, man. Indoda that brings up weight, makeup, and weaves on a date. People who feel opinionated in a relationship, what they prefer, go to it's your body and it's what makes you feel good. So don't entertain such things. And I think Lendo, I say join you for Indo AU because number one, if brings up makeup, it means there's a certain opinion they have about makeup and they want to put it across school way. I'm a Shia Kangel 170 degrees Kangela Jonga Black Barbie. Does about the opinions because whatever he may say, it can be offensive. It will always be offensive because I like girls in makeup. Makeup. So your first thought will be, it's I know there's room for a debate of Bible, what do you mean? You can't bring that up, but for me, and it's like I like you. Oh, I like women. Because next time you guys are going out. Yay. This person has paid. Because she going out on a date. You guys are dating now. As what or on your second date, whatever. As what you do, babe. Lipstick red. Please, honey, put the lip. Did you pay for the honey? Did you pay for the honey? Aibo, kidney. Hey guys, please, I beg, go Pumani, guys. Pumani was a situation. Exit. Find the nearest exit. That's a kaya. If I call Puma, fuck a red flag. Let someone come rescue you. Hey, no ways, guys. No ways. It's not it. It's not worth it. And another important, very, very important, guys. In Balekile, this point is really, really important. Never ask. You can, but I would prefer you not to ask a man his age on the first date. I will tell you why. Because it's not even about you comparing uba unangapi in relation to eyakho age. Say una 23. You're not asking him so that uti umdala kangaka. It's never the problem. It's never the issue. The issue is yonke into azayithetha lo muntu okanye into azawuyenza uzamthatha enhlokweni yakho fanele ncinci umntana gqithi fanele immature okanye enze into like oh umdala gqithi fanele zimbo zobudala. This man will not breathe. He will not get a chance to breathe because uzabumkondema in your mind. In a nutshell, what I'm saying is, ne, us girls, we do have a tendency of we can be very insecure, and I'm not insecure, but we can be very insecure in a sense that whatever lo mntu ayithethayo, we already have a conclusion as to why they're saying what they say. So if umdala, obviously uzabuhlela ucima, hey, so what else can uzabona what else abaphambeneyo kanti umntu they've got valid reasons as to why they said as why they said what they said. You understand? So let the men be. You understand? So that now you can also like try to see where you fit in his conversations without condemning him for his age, basically. Number most we always say. And the other point, the next pointer is that funeka upringe up and yes by but you need to bring up depending on what side you'd like to see yalomdu. You need to bring up a topic. But now is topic and to mix it with the topic. You need to bring up a topic, you need to ease in a topic, a social or economic topic that will allow him to engage. We understand that. In a sense, mhlambi say a scenario, mhlambi you see upper rescue one in the tile, mhlambi a couple that is sitting across and not next to each other. Try to make a conversation that will allow him to like engage. So that because most times it's not really even about what you know about this person, is how they think, is knowing how they think. You understand? Like you need to know how they think. For instance, I'll tell you. One of my friends, work with relationship. I'm that kind of person who always, whenever I'm around, like, not a debate per se, but there's always like a conversation going on. And not one of those flimsy conversations, like a proper conversation. I'm like, hey, this guy, so we have a topic. Like, we were talking about this issue. Yoba, with my friend, so the boyfriend's there. Uba, should I ever get pregnant? Ne? Go to umdana. It's a matter of saving me or the baby. Which one would you save? So I said, understand that. And then, so I opinion, like a man's opinion, because as much as we can talk about this, men are different from women, and as much as I'm not in a position to make that decision because so it's the husband because I need a man's opinion, and he's the only man around here. It's still like, why? Why did umfana? Yeah, he'd save the baby. Kuno mama. I'm like, okay, shocking. Not what I do, but elaborate, babes. He's like, umdana likas like it, and the wife isn't. What's going on? What's going on? What do you mean? This is no longer even about the conversation as to who you would say. It's about how you think. Now, as the wife, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, so all this time when you would throw me to the wolves because I look as lago. So which means there's a lot you would never compromise. There was a lot you never give up for me. So, because I look as lago. Oh, Can we start there? You've never met this baby. I've never met this baby. In fact, if Lomdana, obviously it was going to affect you, but you don't know this baby. We can make another baby. I know it's not going to fill the void, but it's something. So no, so already now you're knowing we are born again. But Kim Betuna, Kim Takabao, Benson Jane was apa. I was inside the intestines of the dog because in fact, towards me. So rubbish because we don't share the same blood. Mind you, we were at the altar this other day. But since I do for better, for worse, we are one person. Which means there's a lot of things that are misplaced in terms of mentality. It's not the one. Do you understand? I'll weave. Those are cool. Anyway, despite what my friend knew about that guy, despite whether he comes from a good family, despite he wants how many kids, despite how everything, because you saw how they think. You saw how they think, and luckily yindole ongenawukwazi uyiphendula uyicomparishe ngoba ngeanswer yomunye umuntu. It's something oyicingayo. Understand ba wena uthini ngalomba? Understand? So akayazi ngqondweni yakho ubucinga ntoni. So uzathethe lento ecingayo manyanyanyani. Understand? What she feels is right. And for you to utter such a thing, it's really how you think. Do you understand? It's really how you think, because you're not basing your opinions on opinions of umuntu. So in a date, I feel like it's important to raise such conversations so that you actually see so that we exit him please. On a lighter note, this is another pointer. Never, ever did we ever text back or text first after the first date. In fact, after the second as well. Ayikho any idea ba uxofoxofoza apha utext after idate yokuqala. Why? Why? Because Betunana, to propose for marriage is a man's job. Protection is a man's job. Obviously, we'll protect you in other instances that need us to protect you. But that's a man's job. So why do you want to? I know initiative is good. And please take note that when you're in a relationship, you can always text your men first. It's okay. In a good relationship. And you're all in. I'm talking about the first date him now. Don't do that. Because if you take that initiative, that first one, let me tell you something, babes, baby girl. You will always be the first person who takes initiative in every situation in the relationship. If there's a matter that bring it up. If there's something that needs to be done or resolved, okay, if nega kutwe send relationship king or send not couch you're the first person who wins initiative. And eventually, and this means one thing and one thing only, that it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a bad thing, God, but in his mind, he feels like he's got the strong, independent woman, straightforward, or metal to the table. No, sometimes you've got to just let it be. You just have to let the roles be. Yeah, if I then you can bring it up. But don't be this one person who's going to when I'm busy body. No, it doesn't work like that. As I've said before, they're the ones, if you notice, they're the ones who take the initiative on big decisions in life when it comes to relationships. Whereby, if it's a step obviously enabled by us, if it's a step about proposal, understand? There's a reason why it's men that propose, because no matter how much you can love a man, if he doesn't love you, sweetheart, I'm here to tell you that it will not work. But somehow, if a man loves you and they show it in the way in which they should show it, or in your love language, you eventually fall in love. And this is something we've seen with our grandparents, with our parents, and obviously partnered with persistence. It always works. And relationships like that, they are last, whereby the initiative was for the man. You understand? Because you can't change a man. Tina, singo flexi, Tina, singo flexi. Babes, Tina, singo flexi, Tina. If today, and bafuna wanda babi, umbi, but you're a person who takes care of a woman, alrighty, you know what to say, you consider my feelings, alrighty, I will fall in love. If a man doesn't love you, there's no way. If they don't like you, say, hey, they will not. Another point is that at some point, siyakwazi ukuthi overrated. Hey, if, like, another point I was saying, but we don't know how to put it into action. We don't know how to enforce it. Be yourself. It's this point. The point is to be yourself. Because being yourself, when, for instance, and I'm not saying like you don't respect anyone, your friends or anyone, but that's who you are. That's who you are. So some instances, but you can't be yourself. So don't be yourself. Like, try to compromise and learn new things. Yeah, I understand in the sense, but be yourself, but know what to do and when to do it. And then go, how do we incorporate this kind of being yourself into the relationship? And these are mere pointers, guys. I'm not saying you change into being something else or someone else, because the last thing you want to do is attract someone to someone who you're not. Because the minute you be yourself, this is not the person I saw, this is not the person I fell in love with, this is not the person I liked. So be yourself, but zama nawe uzivavanye ubona hey, but into ethile kudala ichomi zami zakhomplayina ngayo, okanye my ex waye right, kanti ex ephambene yona umuntu waye right, but hey, ekhaya na kunje nanje bayathanda bring up into ethile. Then you try at least to minimize. You being yourself, but you being your good self. Let's put it like that. Now you being your good self, but way situations way abantu hleli nabo yonke into yaweyisha mntase apha kusebuchari way you understand? Okay, cool, fine, sure. Second last, I think, Nibadala, I don't even have to say this. Why are you kissing people on the first date? Why? Why? You don't know this person. This is the first date. You still need time to go back home and think if you want to be invested in this person. And I'm not saying don't sleep with this person on the first date. And I'm not talking about it making you a floozy. This is not about what the guy thinks. This is what you think about yourself. This is to strengthen about yourself. What are you sleeping? What do you think will happen when you think about yourself? When you kiss people on your first dates? Like, you don't even know if Lomdu was diagnosed with herpes last month. So all of these things wasekhaya akwazi ufike nje wena ukuvulavana khangela hey uzuzovala kanti uzovula. Hey, no, don't do it, Ndase. It's not worth it. I'm here to tell you it's not worth it. And don't entertain any questions they ask as to why you're not doing it. It's for you. They don't need to know. That's your business. Come on now. Come on. Okay. I think I am I'm going to combine these. First, you know about your date matters. I should have put this point up there. What you wear to a date matters. I know when you try to be sentimental, my clothes don't define me. Bitch, they do. They do, because number one, if ungulowa wena unguhalala cleavage, That's the one thing this man is going to be looking at throughout the whole entire date. And that's not where you don't want him here, you want him here. Rather mtaka about us picking make up usana ube clay boy, clay girl, whatever doesn't be clown. Because you need something, you need to wear, unless you're looking for that kind of relationship, you need to wear something that says, I'm here, but I'm here for this. Yeah, I understand the need to tell you. So, and obviously, if clever jago intle I was eating most so if you're wearing interface cleavage you understand you can wear at least long pants or a dress that's longer. You don't want to be like a complete go your windows out. At least show one feature that you like. If your thighs are good, at least be fully covered here and then half covered is hands. Do you understand? Like, let it be one thing. Don't be like this image. Don't be like this whole photograph. Yeah, you are. That's it. Don't do it. Yeah, understand? Last but not least. Yes, when you go on a date, if you're a person who drinks, honestly, if you want to order cognac, Chardonnay, whatever you drink, order it, usele. Those are the things that allow you to be yourself, to act like yourself. Isn't those things that you'll be like, no man, the comfortable appa, and if they don't like it, they can fuck off. But no, the comfortable appa, I'm okay. This is good. Like, yeah, I understand that. And now I always say, if you guys clash the first date, then it was not worth it. If there's something they didn't like, it's not my fault. It's not their fault. It's just their preference, which I cannot change. Read my lips. Cannot change. If you see that it was not, you guys were not compatible, and there was no vibe the first time, don't do it. Do not do it. And lastly, this brings us to Ibonde Gqibela. When you guys are going to go out again, if you see that, no man, baby boy, in a potential, I mean, this could take off. Baloi, I mean, come on, Mlindo. If Lendo ingaphuma sana take off nasa, don't agree to go out the first time. Like, if you okay, can we meet tomorrow? But excuse me, but busy body, but busy. But no. I'm having lunch with my friend, or I'm studying, or I'm working, or but excuse, because you can't be always unavailable every time a man wants to go out, because that makes you seem like, hey, besides about what it makes you seem like, to when you're gonna be this person in the future, those but cancel your plans because you want to go meet this man, you want to go impress him. No be like the name does it. I mean, filter, because does it as much as Lando Wien's bang and fans are always unavailable for him. To yourself, I mean, you need to remember the bitch, the queen you armed about like he needs to wait. So basically, you're testing his persistence, you're testing his patience, you're testing his basically the level of likeness if he said he likes you. Because I mean, good things come to those who wait. So if he can't wait for you, babes, there are many situations in a relationship you can't wait for, or you can't wait by. No, I'm a person that I just don't have sex with my partners. I've got a rule, or I've got a whatever. So you're just basically testing his persistence, testing his patience, and testing his reactions. His reactions are really important. If you say to a person you can't meet them today, I mean, umsindo. Why? So guys, basically what I'm saying is, really delay it. You can say no today. I was the next week. We'll do okay, let's meet. Ungazenza into ezi abrush I just say okay, xolele bani qala apho babenza into bangazide kwang permission yabo qala apha engxaki. So don't do such things, really. And the root of all this is just for you to know that men, amadoda, are ambassadors. They're pioneers of self-love. They will always put themselves before you. I'm talking about it. Men in general, they will always put themselves before you. So what you want to compromise on for indoda, especially with early stages, chances are, because another animals, they would never do it for you. So if you're holding back and the things want to know about a person that you feel like will help you decide if you can actually build something with Lomdo, ziboze, because they will, because they're looking out for themselves. You should watch this clearly. I'm under the pioneers of self-love. Those ones. That's one thing I admire about them. They do put themselves first, and it's a good thing. I mean, it's a good act of self-love, so we should practice it too as well. And what I need you to take away from this video is that if a date is wrong and you really liked this person, or you really thought it's someone you could like, babes, walk away. It's not worth it. There's always something better. There's always someone better. There is always someone better. And yes, population, say African and there's always, in fact, in the world, because people travel, you travel, there's always something better. So don't confine yourself in a box where you feel like I'm at this age, or things are happening around me, or I'm a person who can't not stay single. There's always something better, and if it's meant for you, then it will come to you. So love is something you never have to chase. In fact, true love, if I can put it like that. I don't know what true love is. I don't know what love is, but I know that there's certain things that you feel for someone. But I know that there's certain things that you feel for a particular person that you don't feel for anyone else. Intense stuff that you don't feel for anyone else. And I'd like to think that can be aligned to true love. So if you have to chase such things that are considered pure and great and happiness arousing, then such things you don't have to chase. You just cannot chase some things. Let them come to you. They will. Enough of that. Stop it. Okay. Anyway, we have come to the end of my video. So don't forget to like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. And leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you'd like to see in future. Let me know what specifically you heard and related to in the video. And I will see you on my next video. Don't forget to share.